Just received breaking news from the International Atomic Energy Association. The Klemetsky nuclear power plant in Ukraine has gone into meltdown following Russian strikes to the Ukrainian energy grid. Missile strikes began just after 2 a.m. yesterday and continued intermittently for the following 32 hours. The Zhov-Klemetsky power line, along with other major power lines and substations, were damaged, leading to the KNPP being cut off from all external power sources. At 12:12 p.m., backup generators failed due to hardware malfunctions and fuel shortages. Cooling systems failed and Unit 1 entered a state of meltdown at 3:04 p.m. local time. Radioactive materials were released into the surrounding areas. Due to westward prevailing winds, Poland, Romania, Hungary, and Slovakia are at risk of exposure. Water sources have also been contaminated. Our Ukrainian correspondent is in Kiev now with more information.
The situation here in Ukraine is extremely unstable. It seems just over 500,000 people may suffer acute radiation exposure. Ukrainian emergency response teams are overwhelmed with evacuation and quarantine efforts. Repairs are underway on the significant power lines connected to the plant, but the danger to maintenance staff is immense under the threat of further strikes. Unit 2 is currently powered by on-site generators, although circumstances remain volatile. We have just received word that a representative of the Ukrainian government has released a statement.
Russia's reckless and inhumane acts on our energy grid have directly caused this disaster. The risks surrounding loss of power to nuclear plants have been made abundantly clear to Russia by the International Atomic Energy Association, and yet they have ignored these warnings repeatedly. This crisis was unnecessary, avoidable, and catastrophic. Hundreds of thousands of people will face death, life-threatening health issues, and permanent psychological scars as a result of this attack. We condemn this unjustifiable attack on our people and ask the international community to stand with us as we attempt to recover from this devastating tragedy.
We accept no responsibility for the damage to civilian infrastructure in Ukraine. The Russian government has not sanctioned any attacks on the Ukrainian energy grid. The meltdown of the Khmelnytsky nuclear power plant is a catastrophic failure of the Ukrainian government.
The situation here in Ukraine remains extremely volatile. Russian missile strikes resumed, and it is imperative that external energy sources are reconnected to the power plant to prevent any further breaches of the containment vessel. Evacuation efforts are underway, and the situation is being monitored closely.
It remains to be seen the full extent of radiation that has been released and what the long-term impacts might be. A swift international response will be needed to mitigate the effects of nuclear fallout and contain the remaining radioactive material of the Klemetsky nuclear power plant.